Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing this video on Saturday morning. Just had some breakfast and it is beautiful here in North Carolina. It's always amazing here when you get into kind of September, October, November. This is just amazing place to live. Wanted to let you know, obviously we have started our little run between now and Tuesday's launch of the brand new AI Roulette Blueprint module, which we've worked so hard on. It's packed with videos and PDFs and custom spreadsheets, and it has some of the most amazing strategies that I've tested and played live on cruise ships and casinos all over the country over the last 3 to 4 months. It's interesting. You get so much by talking to people in the casino, as well as students and people that have bought our products and test a lot of the strategies that we provide in our newsletter for free, as well as here on YouTube. And, one of the things that I realized is that, if you don't learn, if nobody's taught you what you can experience and what you should expect, then you really have no idea. And what I'm talking about is the process, the roadmap. So the last couple of releases that we've done, we added something called the roadmap. And the roadmap is a PDF and a video that essentially teaches people how to actually test these strategies. How many times should you be testing? Where, what should you be simulating? What type of data should you be writing down for these test simulations? How do these test simulations and evaluations help you to determine the bankroll, to determine what is a reasonable win target? All of these different things. Because if you just say, okay, here's this wonderful strategy and money management, and you have no expectations, and you haven't done enough evaluation in simulations or what we call paper trading, you don't really know how far the rubber band stretches. What is a good win target? Are you looking for too many units to capture? If you would have lowered the amount, you would have stopped on a lot more simple and easy and effective sessions without getting into trouble. These are all things that the roadmap helps. The roadmap I will give you guys again in the roulette module coming out on Tuesday. I will make sure it's part of that. Once again, it was included, I'm 99% sure. Yeah, it was included with the AI Bubble Craps blueprint as well. And the reason I'm bringing this up is process. So many of you are so eager and so excited by using these strategies and wanting them to succeed like everybody else. But you're so excited about what you're getting involved with that you forget to trust the process. So whether it's trading stocks or Forex or crypto or options or a new business or casino gaming, you have to basically rely on the confidence that you should build up during those sessions, during those practice sessions. And a lot of times it seems like people don't trust the process. If you don't trust the process of evaluation, of data, of seeing the good and the bad, of really putting it all together after you've gotten something from us or somebody else and tested it thoroughly and analyzed the data, you're basically having a panic attack for no reason. And I'll explain to you why. The process of testing is everything. It's everything. The 15-minute session 30-minute session in the casino should be a tiny little window that gives you a result. But the process of testing and understanding the nemesis for that strategy, understanding when things are clicking, getting the feeling for when it's time to walk away, whether you've hit your win target, whether you're close to your win target, or whether things are not clicking at that moment for the system that you're playing. You've got to trust the process. The result is secondary. Now, you say, what are you talking about, Jack? I don't want to lose money. I understand that. All I'm telling you is that if you do enough simulations, evaluation, and really, really beat it up, that strategy, and the money management that you've decided to use, and any optional tweaks to the money management that you've decided to use that either we've given you or you've tested, you have to have 100% confidence and faith that you've done your job correctly, that you did 50 or 75 sessions minimum. If you've done that, nothing is going to happen that you haven't already seen. Now, I know that you're going to say to me that it's not the same when you go live. It's not true. It's not that it's not the same. It is the same. It's a psychological thing that I have a major problem with this too. So when I say this to you, believe me, you have no idea how I struggle with what I'm going to tell you now. You're calm. You're evaluating. You're doing session after session on your simulator. Maybe it's Crapsy. Maybe it's Wizard of Odds. Maybe it's something else. And everything is calm because you're not using real money and you're not in the casino and you're taking a deep breath and you're seeing everything that could possibly happen and you're recording it. But when you're in the casino, every single result seems to be magnified. Oh my God, I lost 3 times in a row. Meanwhile, during all those practice sessions, 3 times in a row, you didn't even blink an eye. It's just psychology. You've got to learn that there's nothing different going on. It's the same thing. And if you can pull your emotions out and play the same way and trust the process, you will do so much better. And you won't have the emotional highs and lows that I go through in the casino. It's funny, years ago, I didn't have that as much as I do now. I think as you get older and as money takes on a different meaning for you, and as your risk to reward starts to shrink where you don't want to take as much risk, or maybe your financial situation has changed, and maybe you can't make up $1,000 as quickly as you could 6 years ago or whatever it may be. It doesn't really matter. It's process. Results are absolutely important to log them, to evaluate them, but you must trust the process, the roadmap that got you to the point where you believed in that strategy enough and that money management to put it into your toolbox. Because you didn't just throw it in your toolbox if you followed the roadmap. You did the due diligence. You did everything you needed to do. Now trust it. That doesn't mean that the randomness of gaming, of throwing 2 dice, or playing blackjack, or the ball bouncing in such a way due to gravity on the roulette wheel doesn't give you much better results, sometimes worse results. But here's the thing. It's the law of averages. One single live session can be anywhere on that map. But if you know you've done your due diligence and you know that you've done everything you can do, that single session is a drop in the bucket. And you have to believe that. And if you have the right bankroll, you're going to get through the great sessions, the average sessions, and the ones that stretch things quite a bit. That's the way the world is. We are not buying a CD at the bank that guarantees us a tiny little bit interest in 4 months or 6 months or a year. We are playing in an arena that gives us the ability to make a lot of money. But the reason we can make a lot of money is because there is a level of randomness. That's what it is. That's why ChatGPT and using the tools that we have and some of the tools that are coming from us that I can't mention yet in the next 60 days or so are so helpful, because they make your brain understand that there is a level of randomness that we can't control. We can't get rid of that completely, because I'll tell you why. If you get rid of that randomness, the game doesn't exist. And your ability to make the money that we're making also doesn't exist. We simply try to find the best ways, the best strategies, the best bet selection that gives us the highest win rate, and then combine that with a recovery system that also lowers our volatility. That's what we do. That's what we do. It does not guarantee that every session is gonna fall into this very narrow parameter. Sometimes it gets stretched. And that's why you have to do the evaluation and the simulations, so that you're already calm and understanding of what can happen, good, bad, and in between. So with that being said, if you don't already own Casino Diversification Toolbox, the building block, you want to have that, because that goes over all the evaluation, the way that we structure our toolbox of strategies, the mental concepts that are needed. And of course, it gives you a bunch of amazing strategies for roulette, baccarat, and craps. That's kind of our building block system. And then since then, we've released the game-centric modules. The first one was AI Bubble Craps Blueprint, which is incredible. And now the second one, which is game-centric for roulette, is going to be coming out Tuesday morning. And it is super powerful. When you combine these modules and you put in the time and you utilize the toolbox spreadsheet and you evaluate these things and other things that are coming, and you rank them and you gain the confidence in them that you have committed to the fact that they're going into your toolbox, and you look at each one of these strategies as a small component to the bigger picture, you will have the confidence and the toolbox to consistently make money in the long term. That does not mean you don't have a bad day. That does not mean that you don't have a session that is aggravating as hell. I had them on the recent cruise, believe me. But I overcame them. And the only reason I overcame them is because I knew that I had a toolbox of strategies that I could flip to a different strategy. I could walk away from the table, or I could continue to plow through it with the right money management. There's lots of things lots of moving parts, but none of this is complicated. It isn't. The biggest complication for me teaching people in our private coaching sessions and mentorships is you are your own worst enemy. And I'm my own worst enemy. I can tell you that. There is no doubt about that. I know the pitfalls because I've done every one of them. It's you that needs to overcome the biggest obstacles towards your success. We can help you. It's not just about the strategies and the money management and the toolbox. It's the mental capacity to to understand the process over the results and to continue to evaluate strategies and details and results and analyze them properly so that if you do have to make a decision and change something in your toolbox, you're able to adapt to that. But not on the fly. You're able to adapt to it over time and testing. This is a business. That's exactly the way you need to treat it. This is not an entertainment source. Now, if you want to treat it as something that's not a major business and you're looking to get more comps and free rooms and free cruises, and that's really what you want to get out of this, then that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. And we can help you with that as well. And the strategies certainly help you to build your comps, raise your tiers, take the tier that you've got, let's say at Royal Caribbean, that you built up using our strategies and flip it to Carnival or flip it to one of the other cruise lines. Build up the tier that you're at, let's say at Caesars or Harrah's, and then take that comp and tier match it somewhere else so that now you have multiple different hotel chains that you could stay at for free, get free drinks and free food and shows and everything. You know, it's not all about making a paycheck for everybody that does this. I understand sometimes I get a little overboard with thinking that that's the only reason people come here. I understand there's a lot of people that simply want to enjoy and play these games better and have more fun in the casino and get more free stuff. It's not all about a paycheck for those people. Maybe it's just about free cruises. That's easy to accomplish. You want to get free cruises, you want to get all kinds of free stuff, that's easy. I can show you how to do that using our strategies and our modules all day long. But if you want to make a paycheck, it requires more layers of psychology, of testing, evaluating, and being on top of the accounting that's involved in doing this as a business. So I hope that gives you another primer. We're going to have a bunch of full videos leading to Tuesday's major roulette module launch. And if you haven't registered for the newsletter, you got to go to casinoincomeacademy.com. It's free to register as a student and get the newsletter because that's where you're going to get the discount code. I'm going to send out a special alert on Tuesday. Our tech team is going to do it. So you're going to have the discount code so we can get as many people in and get as many people on this module as possible because I want everybody to have access to it. So if you do not have the last module, AI Bubble Crab's Blueprint, or if you do not have the base foundational model for everything, which is Casino Diversification Toolbox, which you really, really, really want, let me know and I will give you a special deal. I'll come up with something that makes it affordable for you to get two of these or the one you don't have or the base, the Casino Diversification Toolbox and the new roulette. Just let me know. Reach out to me through support. I will help you in any way possible to be able to get your hands on any of these three modules with a coupon, a discount code. And if you need two of the three, or if you don't have any of these and you need all three when we release this on Tuesday, just send me a support contact information. I promise you that I will do everything in my power to make sure that I get everything to you so that your financial present and your financial future can look very differently than they do today. The combination of these three courses, I will put it up against any freaking course or guru BS that you see on YouTube right now. Whether it's trading, some wacky affiliate marketing thing, whatever, I'm telling you that the combination of these three is better, easier, more straightforward for you to get to making money and a paycheck than anything you're seeing on YouTube. Okay, I'm not saying everything is bad. I've done a lot of those things, right? I've sold clothing on eBay. I've done lots of things. The pitfalls and the barricades and what you need to accomplish to make those things work is so much more difficult. There are so many hoops to jump through. And a lot of it requires you to sell stuff, which means you have to have traffic. You have to stand out. You have to have unique products. It is incredibly difficult. And for most of it, most of those things, you have to have a major budget. You have to start with real money, or you have virtually no chance. Here, you can start with a tiny budget and grow and grow and grow as fast as you want. And that's the difference. So we will see you on the next primer videos that are coming up for the release on Tuesday. Make sure you're registered for the newsletter at the website. Check the description. You will get the discount code on Tuesday before the release. Reach out to me if you want to sign up for private coaching. I am helping so many people now in very specific, focused areas to get them to where they need to be with the private coaching. Whether it's for baccarat, craps, roulette, testing, money management, building bankroll builder plans, evaluating a strategy that you may have. There are so many things that we're doing in these private coaching sessions. It's incredible. So reach out. I'm here. That's all I can do. We'll see you on the next one.